Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here with some breaking news, with some big time news. The CFP, College Football Playoff, is now having some revenue split and is favoring the SEC and the Big Ten. We told you that, look, man, Notre Dame hand will be forced, and it looks like it's beginning to happen. And look, they're going to have to go one way or the other. We told you a long time ago, a year ago, that eventually Notre Dame will be going into a conference, whether it's the Big Ten, whether it's the SEC, or whether it's the ACC. But I think it's going to be a two-man race, the Big Ten and the SEC. But we're going to take a look at this. The CFP, the College Football Playoff, is now having a revenue split, and it's favoring the Big Ten and the SEC with the 58% split. Let's take a look at this information real quick. And real quick, before we do that, just to give you guys a reminder, on February 2nd, 2024, here it is right here. The two most powerful conferences in college football athletics are teaming up to tackle the biggest issue facing the enterprise. The Big Ten and the SEC announced on Friday the formation of a joint advisory group that will be made up of university presidents and athletic directors. So that was the beginning. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Now it looks like the CFP, we already knew the CFP was always in bed with the SEC and ESPN. We know that. And so now that the Big Ten is joined up together with them, this is going to be a two-man conference. But here's the report I'm getting ready to show you guys that just came out today. So here it is right here. And this was per Ross Dillinger. The Big Ten and the SEC are reportedly seeking to split 58% of the base revenue, while the Big 12 and the ACC will be given 32% share, leaving 10% for Notre Dame and the rest of the conferences. Listen, this is a significant development because of, 10%, Notre Dame did have their new revenue, their new TV rights deal renewed, which I think they might be getting 60 million. I think they were requesting 70 million, but now they're getting 60 million. But this is when you're talking about all the playoff berth and the revenue that takes place with the CFP, to get 10% compared to 58%, that's really squeezing them out, and it's really forcing their hand. And now Notre Dame is in a situation where this development is going to be, it's going to be a two-man conference. I mean, we talked about this. It's going to be the NFL all over again, the AFC and the NFC. It was inevitable to happen. This is the way it happened. This is the way they allowed it to unfold. If they really would have did it right in the first place, just the same way as the transfer portal and NIL, this thing wouldn't have been blown up. But when greed takes place, when money's involved, everybody is essentially lost in the sauce if they're not in with the group. So this is what's happening. And now we see a team like Notre Dame essentially out of this thing. So we'll see probably within the coming weeks. I would say sometime this year, if the Big Ten and the SEC are reportedly seeking this 58% split, we know what's going to happen. They already in bed with the CFP. So we know exactly what's going to happen. So look, man, you guys drop those comments in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Is the SEC lost? Excuse me. Is the Notre Dame lost in the sauce? And is their hand getting ready to be forced? I think so. Hit me in the comments. You guys let me know what you think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.